Hey, everybody. How's it going? Oh, I'm doing things, debugging things. Let's go away. How's everyone doing today? Turn down my music a little bit. Yeah, cool. What's up? What's up? What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking? Which is something that I think they say on Madagascar. The movie, with howdy, Titus and Atlantis. Hello, welcome. I'm going to quit stream timer there. Today, we're going to do, I just found out about this thing, actually. I'm pretty excited about it. We do a lot of block development here at the channel. And this kind of flew under my radar. This is a performance improvement that I'm just going to drop in the chat here. It's a performance improvement that I quite like. And what it does is so the issue behind the scenes is that we use block.json, right? So whenever we register a block, we register it with block.json. However, it can get pretty expensive to load those all the time. So there is a performance enhancement that has been in place for Core. Let me zoom in there for a while, but now it's being added so any plugin can use it. And essentially, what it does is it allows us to register metadata collection for our blocks. So the long and short of it is basically this sentence here. This note so I'm just going to kind of take us through this and then we'll do an example. And this is really another really great opportunity for me to show how we can do multiple blocks in a single plugin without all the jumping through hoops that we used to do before, way back in the day. So anyway, so this is a new function called WP register block metadata collection. Which allows plugins to improve performance by registering their block types, especially for plugins that register multiples. So expanding core behavior since WordPress 6.1. Yeah, I'm so excited for it. Since WordPress 6.1, WordPress Core has included a mechanism to improve performance for loading all the built-in block types. As part of this build process, the individual block.json files are being parsed into a single blocks-json.php file that returns all of their data in an array. This notably enhances performance by avoiding many costly file system and JSON operations on every single WordPress request, which makes a lot of sense because if you have to go get a JSON file, you have to do a file lookup, grab that, pull it in, turn it, WP parse JSON, turn it into PHP. If you have to do that for every single block and you've got say 50 blocks, that's going to get expensive. That's going to get a lot more expensive. And it's sort of like it's an O to the N. I don't know what the big O notation is there, but it's sort of like the more you have, the more expensive it gets. So eventually it will get slower and slower. It being WordPress. So if you installed 1,000 blocks, and this would be an interesting use case, install 1,000 blocks and load them on every page, I would imagine that this is going to get things a little bit faster. Anyways, the way this mechanism was implemented only worked for WordPress Core itself, though. Plugins so far have not been able to achieve the same benefits, especially for plugins that include many block types themselves. This effectively meant a performance penalty. This is going to change to part of 6.7. Cool. Plugins can now optionally register a PHP manifest file, which includes all the metadata for their block types. For any block type that is registered, WordPress Core will now check whether such a manifest file is WordPress Core will now check whether such a manifest file is present, covering the block type. If so, use the data from the manifest file instead of reading and parsing the blocks JSON directly. Very cool. In order to use this new capability, plugin developers need to use the new WP register block metadata thing. English, Ryan. Oh, shut up. Never learned to read. Where's the ban button?
It's from your era.
Oh, easier. Anyways, so it takes two parameters. The path. In order to use this new capability, plugin developers need to use the new WP register block metadata collection function, which takes two parameters. Path. The base path in which block files for the collection reside. So that's going to be, I guess, your build. Then the manifest, the path to the manifest for the collection. Every block JSON that is supposed to be part of the collection must reside within the provided path, within its own directory matching the block type name without the block namespace. See the full example, there's one below. For further clarification, note that registering block metadata collections does not replace the need, this is important, does not replace the need to register individual block types at this point. One of the things I played around with this a little bit, and that's the first thing I thought, like, whoa, maybe like, can we just create the PHP file and have it register? But it seems like that's not the case. I think what happens is register block type from metadata, or register block type looks for that block JSON and says, oh, it's there, and then it probably checks. We can inspect the source code in a minute when we get into this. You'll still need to call register block type or register block type from metadata. Just use register block type because that's what you should be using. This is fine too. This is just a wrapper for this. Historically, it's weird because historically we started with that, with a certain API. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like a certain parameter definition, and then it changed to this, and then it changed back to this, but with a different set of parameters. It's a little bit strange. So if you look at the source code for this, it actually calls that underneath the hood. Anyways, blah. Usage of the new function is optional to help performance, but it's strongly recommended, particularly for plugins that register several block types. Please continue reading for additional tooling to facilitate this process. So the next part of this is that there's actually a new command in the scripts package. So automatically generating a block metadata collection manifest. Plugin developers are responsible for generating and maintaining the manifest file they register for their plugins block types metadata collection. Man, I need to learn to read. Type and read. Those are the two things that I need to do better. I'm a developer. So those are two things that I should probably be good at. To make this process simple, a new command, build blocks manifest, has been implemented as part of the scripts package and released with version 30.3.0. Is that the latest one? I think it might be. Let's look. This is it here. So the latest version is, okay, so that is the cutting edge version, which would have come out maybe 2 weeks ago. Is it 2 weeks ago? So these packages are released every release candidate. So when Gutenberg plugin is in release candidate, which I think might have been this week, then these packages get updated, and then the following week the Gutenberg plugin gets released, and then the week after that is the next RC, and so on and so forth, and rinse and repeat. So this might have been 2 weeks ago, actually. So that's the latest version of this. So that's cool. So if you use any create block stuff, you're going to get the latest version of it. Okay, cool. So the scripts build blocks manifest command accepts two arguments: input, the directory where the block types reside. The default for this is build. Output, the file path for where to store the built block metadata collection. The default for this is is build and then blocks manifest.php. No, you can't yet. Great question. This is the question. I'm just going to throw that on there. So there is a comment a bit further down that you can't do this. I don't think we can do this with themes right now. It looks like it's hard-coded for plugins only, because the official stance is still that plugins should introduce blocks. But as we all know, you can register blocks from themes. So I think it's very possible that a follow-up for this will include that. But we can look at the comment. There is literally this same comment further down. So we'll take a look. Okay, so effectively the arguments for this command are equivalent to the parameters for registered block metadata collection. The input argument is the equivalent of path, and the output is the equivalent of manifest. Okay, so that's nice. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Full example. For this example, let's say you have a plugin called My Block Library that registers 3 block types: My Block Library pricing, services, testimonials. The source code for these block types is implemented in the plugin source directory. Okay, that's nothing new. More specifically in directories of source pricing. Okay, so this is the namespace. This is the block name. Okay, that was a little confusing to me. Okay, but this makes sense now. So in our directory, we got source/pricing, services, testimonial. Perfect. By using the existing build command, the code gets built into the plugins build directory, the same subdirectories for each block type. Yep. After running the build, we can use the new blocks manifest dealio. Since the plugin is using the default location for its blocks type, you don't need to pass any arguments. Simply run scripts build blocks manifest, and it will read the block JSON metadata for all 3 blocks from the build directory. Okay, so it does it from the build directory. So that's important to know. So this doesn't key off of the source directory. This is a post build or I guess post, yeah, probably post build would be the best time to do it, but you could probably also run it after you run your start as well. But anyways, so it's important to understand that it only builds off the keys off the build directory, not the source, and builds them into a build/blocks manifest.php file. The manifest will look something like this. Is that, maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. So it's an array thing, and then the metadata. Okay, pretty straightforward. You can use the same two commands for in the future whenever you have made changes to the block. So we got a build, and then we got the thing, the new scripts command. With the manifest file generated, you can now register block metadata collection as follows. So you register that. So path to the build directory, and then path to the manifest directory or file. Okay, and then following that, you have to register each one of these blocks directly. And that's already it. You have everything in place. Cool. So let's see. The new, I'm not going to say this function again. The new function and its tooling support are a powerful combination to improve performance of registered block types for your plugin. They make the process almost effortless. So if your plugin registered block types, please consider incorporating this approach into your development workflow and plugin code base. Okay, so there's a couple of tickets that we can look at. Cool. So here is. This is the first question. So could themes be supported in this please? I see WP block metadata registry register collection that explicitly checks paths must be in plugins or WP includes. Okay, so yeah, so okay, what is this saying? This is worth discussing. Feel free to open a track ticket. The reason it was not initially included is that it is discouraged for themes to register block types. So only core plugins should register block types. Oh, sorry. So only core or plugin should register block types. That said, the other APIs do not technically prevent themes from using them, so it's worth considering. And then Greg, who is amazing, says it should be perfectly fine to allow registering block type collections from the theme. At some point, we added the support for individual block types to integrate with themes. In practice, it was possible with the hooks to register block types and themes. So we decided to make the experience smoother while keeping recommended locating blocks and plugins. Cool. All right. So basically, the long and short of it is no, but I think we're open to it. They are open to it. I think that'll be very cool. And the rest of so they're talking about this for theme JSON. That would be an interesting thing. Actually, that'd be really interesting. Performance hit, but I guess the theme JSON's a massive file, but it's only one, so I don't know. And then look, who's this stupid guy asking dumb questions? Cool. So I asked about performance because I'd be interested in seeing what this looks like. It'd be interesting to see how much, like, Felix is brilliant, and all of these folks, can't talk. Felix, Pascal, the folks who worked on this, they all work for, like, they're all with Google, and they all work on. Gutenberg Times is saying hey from YouTube. Hey, Gutenberg Times, good to see you. They all work for Google, and they're all on the performance team, so you know that this is going to be good. Okay, that's cool. Let's put one together and see what that looks like. Oh, Stefano. Hey, Ryan, are you also doing any custom work with block themes? But first of all, thanks for chatting. And yeah, we do block themes on this channel. We're kind of just doing any and all things WordPress. I'm stronger in the what am I trying to say? In the block development world, but I definitely can do some block theme development as well. But yes, today, no, we're going to talk mostly about just this particular thing when it comes to block development. But yeah, stick around. Hit that follow button. Hit that follow, subscribe, whatever button, whatever you're up to. Oh, and Birgit saying hi from YouTube as well. For those who are on YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Unfortunately, due to the multi-streaming rules of Twitch, I can't show chat on screen because it might pull you away from Twitch, but you're welcome to watch, and I can talk to things. And but if you want to come and join in the chat, you can come over to my Twitch channel, drop in there, But I can see your messages. You just can't see everyone else's who are not on YouTube. So anyways, but I appreciate you being here. Birgit says, just lurking to leave, need to leave in a bit to record the Gutenberg changelog episode. If you haven't checked out the Gutenberg changelog, it's a really cool podcast that Birgit Polyhack does on the Gutenberg Times, where they go through all of the changelog for the Gutenberg release, and they talk about it. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. You should go check that out. Definitely go check that out. Titus and Linus is saying, how have I not read of this anymore? I know this is exactly what I felt when I saw this. Myself and Justin were both like, have you seen this? I haven't seen this. This is amazing. This is amazing. That spotlight doesn't stay up very long, does it? So anyways, let's look at doing one and seeing what that looks like. It's not, I've kind of gone through it once as a trial one, and it was pretty straightforward. I got a couple ideas about it as well. So anyways, so let's look. So what I have WordPress running. I have WordPress Nightly. It's not going to consume your weekend because it's not a lot of work, man. It's pretty crazy. You got to check it out. Okay, so I have Gutenberg. When I'm running, I have a local install. I have the beta tester plugin active, so I'm running that, and I have it set to bleeding edge beta RC. So I think it's only in core. I don't think that I couldn't find it in the Gutenberg plugin, so I think this is only in core right now. So you'll need to do it that way to play with it. But if you wait, a few weeks, you'll have it in everyone's WordPress. So it is. So that's what I have set up here. So let's jump over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my terminal, and I'm going to use the create block package, and this is going to be so I'm going to say, I'm going to call this this is going to be what? Manifesto. That's what we're going to call it. So that's going to scaffold out a plugin. We've all used this thing before. This is a fantastic tool. So this is just going to, it's going to create it's creating a plugin for me right here. And it's going to do a single block. So it's going to install some things and do all of that. And then, yeah, I love this tool. If you've never used the create block tool, go check it out. While that's loading, I'll just link you to it. You're going to want to check this out. This is amazing. A lot of really good things that you can do with this. It's going to save so much time for you. So let's jump back over here. Okay, this is taking a little while. I'll drink some coffee. And Birgit, you're welcome for the shout out. Birgit Polyhack, ladies and gentlemen, an amazing individual within the WordPress community. If you don't know who she is, find out. Okay, cool. So we've got one block in here, and it's all the stuff is just in the source directory. So in order for us to have multiple blocks, what we want to do is, I'm going to zoom that in. What we want to do is we want to have more than one, we want to have multiple blocks inside our source directory. The reason being is because when we run our scripts build, the scripts package is smart, and it knows to look in the source, and it looks for every instance of a block JSON file. And what that's going to do is that and then when it finds it, it says, oh, I've got a block. Oh, I've got a block. Oh, I've got a block. And it's going to build every one of those blocks. So we don't need to change anything. Before we had to add custom Webpack configurations. We had to do a bunch of stuff. Now we don't have to. And this has been the case for a while, but this is, it's not well known. So anyways, so we're going to do that. So this is really the only manual part. The next part that I'm going to do is I'm going to use the create block package again. I'm just going to clear this so you can read it. And I'm going to run the create block package. But this time I'm going to run, I'm going to call it block 2. I'm going to run it in what's called no plugin mode. And what that's going to do is that's going to create a block in the directory that I'm sitting in. So I'm already in the wrong directory. So I'm going to cd into my manifesto and into my source directory. Then I want to run this command again, but I'm going to, instead of, so when I run this in no plugin mode, the slug that I pass is going to be the name of the block. Right? When you run this in standard mode, if you will, or plugin mode, it becomes the name of the plugin and the first block. So actually this block, if we look inside of block here, it's going to be called manifesto. So maybe I should just call it that. Manifesto, right? So that's a good representation of how that works. So I'm going to call this manifest 2. Manifest 2. Come on now. If you don't think that's funny, get out of my stream. That's such an awesome dad joke. All right, so then what this is going to do, so this is just going to scaffold out the blocks, the block files, right? So if we go into source, you can see now we've got manifesto and we've got manifest 2. Your text domain, you're probably right. There's some stuff that we'll have to do here. The text domain is also made, believe it comes in from manifesto as well. Yeah, that's right. So there's some things that you have to do manually, which is not great, but it's still saves you a ton of time. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to call it manifest 3. I'm just going with it, and I actually don't care what the blocks do at this point. The blocks can do whatever we want them to do, right? But we're just not. That's kind of not the point of what we're doing here, right? Just for Titus's point, so when we have, I'm just going to close this. So what we're doing here. So this is the text domain. So you want your text domain to be like common across everything, right? So the text domain is going to be here. So in here, I don't think it's really mattered in here, but the title of the block's manifesto. The title of this block would be manifest 2, so on and so forth. The edit, is there anything? So that's something, right? So there's a couple of things that we're going to want to do. So you're going to want to go through this and just kind of clean this up and make sure that it's accurate. Now, a lot of this can be addressed by using a custom template for the create block package. That's kind of beyond what we're doing today, but there are some interesting, fun things that you can do where you can dynamically generate stuff, and it's pretty neat. I have some streams where we've done this sort of stuff in the past. So I'm just going to go through here and just make sure it's all. There we go. Yeah, you can do things like you pass it to a custom template, and you can actually have it like dynamically generate values and stuff. Oh, thanks for the follow, Sandamo. Appreciate you. I'm assuming I'm saying that right. So yeah, okay. So and also double quotes. Why double quotes? That's not right. Oh, I know why. One thing I like to do, and I do this on every, I do this on every single one of my other projects. Is I like to use I put the prettier config because I use prettier locally, so I put that in there. And now there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So I like to use that because scripts package, which is pre-installed, also has a prettier configuration. So if you just add this little line to your package JSON, or if you do a prettier RC in there, whichever floats your boat. I prefer this. I find it easier. All of a sudden, all your files are going to be edited, and they're going to be good to go. Okay, cool. So we've set this up. Let's do this. Okay, so now let's go back in here, and I'm going to come out of directory, back in here, and say npm run. You see, okay, build. So we're going to build it. Now, when the build is finished, legacy. Okay, that's the thing. You can see in here now we've got manifesto, manifest 2, and then manifest 3. So we have our 3 blocks. Sweet. Now, we could run this. We could enable this plugin, and it would all work. And I don't think we'd see anything. I mean, that's my testing one. So this is it. So we come in here now, and we should have blocks. This should be what? Oh, I know why. I'll give you 2 guesses. This is why, because I didn't do this properly. Because you have to come in here and you have to make sure that you're still registering manifesto. You're still registering your block types. This is again a manual process that you're going to have to do because it's just not possible yet to have the no plugin mode understand this and do this. So that's another thing. So we got that in place. Shouldn't need to rebuild because it's PHP side, so we just need to refresh. So now I should be able to get manifesto. So there's my block. Cool, awesome. Now, okay, done. So let's look at doing the other things now. So, okay, so let's say we had 1,000,000 blocks here, right? Oh, Outpost Originals here. Hello and welcome. Let's say we had a bunch of blocks, right? So let's look back here now. So the thing we have to do next is we have to run this build block manifest command. So we know right now if we open the package, as JSON, we are using 30.3, so that's good. So I'm just going to grab this, and what we want to do, I'm going to add, we call it whatever. What are we going to do? This build manifest, and and we're going to do that. Okay, so that's going to be a build manifest. Now if we come back in here, npm run build manifest. We're going to run that. That was super fast. So if we go into build now we've got blocks manifest.php. Okay, let's see what's in that. So, okay, so nice. So this is basically everything that's in our package JSON. So let's take a look. Let's compare. So here's our manifesto, and let's take a look at the manifesto block JSON, and we'll compare those two. Can I split this? How do I split this? Split right. Get out of here. This is going to be block JSON. There we go. So let's try to make this a little easier to read. All right, so here's our block JSON. So we've got schema, we've got API version. So it's a 1-for-1 match. This is pretty great. HTML false. Okay, cool. So that is pretty cool. So it's done that for every one of them, which makes me excited and happy. Oh my neck. Okay, so the next thing is, okay, so we have this in place now. So we have to do this bit. No, wait, what? We have to do this bit. That's what we need. So we're gonna now come back in to the place where we're registering our blocks, which would be in here. And we're going to basically just add this. So this is gonna be registered. Oh, let's look at the source code here. So actually, before we do that, so this is going to be basically not this. I'm just going to pretty much steal that because that needs to go in there with one of those. And then this is also going to be in there like this, right? So this is going to be the we're going to register the collection. Oh my God, this needs to stop. The meta. This is annoying. Just ignore that. Meta data collection, and then we need to register the. Sorry, I gotta turn this off. Do I have it in here? I'm gonna turn that off for now. So this thing should just stop being a pain in my ish. There. What? Turn off. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna turn that. I better put that back on. I don't know what I just did there. This is obnoxious. True. It's probably set on the workspace level. Oh, this is just gonna. You know what? Hold on. That's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna kill it with fire. Maybe it'll work again. I don't know. Sometimes it does that. Okay, so oh no. Be gone with you. All right, cool. So we registered that, and then now we're gonna come down here and we're gonna register the blocks. Register the blocks. Okay, so that seems to work. So if we just run this, we should really probably shouldn't see any differences. No errors. Is my other block not? Oh, it's manifest 3. There we go. Stop. That's why the other blocks weren't loading. All right, so we should have those blocks in here now. Manifest. There we go. Manifest 2, and then of course manifest 3. So this all works. I don't know how I would like to see like a big block collection, and then do the before and after on this. But maybe we won't get there. Cool. So that is going to be it. So a couple things that I would do right away is I would probably do something like this. I would do like a post build, right? Is that what we? Because with npm you can run, you can have scripts run before or after other ones, and just want to see what it did. Yeah, it is post build. So what I want to do is when post build runs, I'm gonna have it run this script, right? So then I don't have to run this manually, right? So if I come in here and I delete the build, right, and I just go npm run build now, it should give me a build directory, and then it ran it, and then it ran the thing. So that's the first thing that I would do, because I will never remember to run this command. So I think there's some things that we can do with the default create block package. First of all, adding this, and then adding this. So it's just something we don't have to think about. Morning, hey Paul, how's it going? And so let's play around with it now. Let's see what we can do with it. So that's a pretty basic example. I think that's pretty much how we need to work with it. But let's see what the output path does. Because I was so there was like an out. Is it out? Let's see. It's output. Okay, so it's going to be output, and then I'm going to say build manifest testing file. I was unclear as to how that was working. So let's look in here. So we have blocks manifest. So if I just run the build and then run the thing. Huh, that didn't do anything. Let's try, let's run this, and I'll pass flags to it. Manifest output, is it out, it might output input. Is there an example of that running? Let's see. Probably not. Oh, what's this? Outputs equals. Oh, it's probably because I put a space in there. Oh, did I do equals? Ha! That's what my problem was. So I will do that. Equals. So that should. Let's get this back here. Cool. npm run build. I'm hoping that spits out the file. There we go. So it's actually overwritten the file that was in there. Okay, so that's testing file. That's cool. And it would be the same thing. All right. I mean, pretty straightforward. So if we do this, then you have to make sure that we come back and we update that. But I'm not going to do that. So this is kind of an interesting thing, because I mean, it's so customizable. Like you can set the output path, right? So it's good to be able to do this. I really like this because this can, like, let's say for example, we had the no, I can't remember what the just look for the build command in here. There is a flag that you can pass. Build, where's the flag? Custom directory, that's the source. output path is custom. So if we pass output path to build, right? Let's see that we should get a custom folder in there. So now it's building out, but the thing is, it's still building to here. So you can then, what would you? It's input, I think, right? So you'd say input is equal to custom. So this is going to then look in there. So we should end up with a manifesto file. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, did I just name it wrong or something? Input. Look at the example again. Input. Weird. Oops. Yes. So let's see. So it should be putting in the custom pattern. It should be. Oh, duh! Because I put it in the wrong place. It's still putting. Okay, that's user error. One sec. So the input's going to be custom, and the output's going to be custom/testing file. So we should have testing file. Okay, so that works. So. Interesting. It's pretty neat. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can customize everything here. Not that we necessarily need to, but you can. I wonder if there's a convenience. I wonder if there's some kind of convenience around. Like I'm trying to think of a use case where I would want the directory where the built files live and the output would be different. I guess there's lots of. I don't know, I'm sure there's reasons, right? You might want to have multiple manifests sitting in a single place. Anyways, I'm just trying to think of a reason to open a pull request. I should just run build manifest, right? So this should still run. Clear and build. Let's see. Custom should. Let's delete that. Oh, interesting. It's got it in there. Cool. So that's pretty neat. What do y'all think of that? Any questions about that? Oh, we were gonna look at the. I'd like to look at the sort of the class here. So let's look. So this is a register collection, normalized path. So this is the includes directory. This is the plugin directory. So if it's path plugin dir, well, it starts with. So it looks like we're not going to be able to do this with themes, which is fine. I don't register collection. So if the path starts with the plugin directory, then it's fine. If it starts with the includes directory, then it's. Oh, but doesn't include. Okay. So basically, you're never going to get past this if you're trying to load this from a theme. That's a bummer, but that's okay. I mean, this is a great improvement. I think it's awesome. I think everyone should be adding this, even if you're doing a single block. There's going to be some really cool automation things that we can do here, I'm sure. Yeah, pretty straightforward though. So get metadata. Okay, so when does just wonder like register block type from metadata? Oh, that's the register block type metadata. So what it's doing here? Okay, so it's looking for the registry meta. If it has it, then it's gonna set the metadata. If it doesn't have it, it's gonna decode the metadata file. Okay, so this right here is gonna be a huge improvement because we don't have to decode all that stuff. deal with all that. And then we can filter. Oh, nice. This is cool stuff. This is really neat. Oh man, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about today. Is that what's everyone doing? What's everyone got going on? Oh, one thing I did want to talk about was last week. Actually, last week, Kev, if you're here, had a question about how to do translations with templates. So let's start with that. So if we look at the 2025 theme, so basically what we're going to end up doing is you're going to want to create a pattern. You're going to want to create a pattern, and you want to do all your translations in patterns. So for example, right here. So this is sorry, I'm in the 2025 theme. And so this is a pattern that's been registered, right? It's registered in PHP. So we have access to all the internet, the I18N stuff. All right. So we can do all of that. And then in your templates, you will, so for example, single, you'll pull a pattern in and do it that way, because you can't do this in HTML because HTML is not PHP, and so it's just rendered. So that's going to be how you do it, and that's that. That's how you do it. Yeah. What's everyone most excited for 6.7? What are you most excited about? Drop it in the chat. Let's do this. Let's do this. I just realized all of my 2025. Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. It's interesting stats. Oh, you don't want that. I just realized I think my OBS doesn't have. It's not showing any of my. I don't know how many people are in my. It doesn't really matter. Custom project. Oh. All right. Well, I gotta figure that out, I guess. Oh, I bet it's because I'm not using. Okay. Anyways, I use Restream for stuff, and I'm wondering if I can't do it here. Yeah, it's pretty great stuff. Yeah, cool. All right. Well, maybe let me jump back over to my Twitch streams. Do I have anything fun that I've been working on here? Oh, one thing I have been working on is a lot of this my VS Code extension to edit Markdown, which I can demonstrate right here. So I have this little extension right here, for example, right? So you click this little open block editor button. It's going to open up this thing. This is just a shameless self-promotion now at this point. Deal with it. Deal with it. It's going to load in all of this stuff, and then you can edit it as you want, as you would edit a regular. Oh, what is that? What is that? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. That's cool. I'm glad I just found that bug. Oh man, Kev, food poisoning. That sucks. That sucks, man. That really sucks. Hope you're feeling better, dude. Nothing fun about it. There's not even fun. There's not even funny jokes about it. It just sucks. There's just not anything good about it. So it looks like I have a block issue here, a little code block here I got to figure out. But yeah, so one thing that I'm super, super proud of, I'm going to open up a different file. So one thing that I'm super happy about is that with the latest version, it's got two-way syncing. So I can absolutely come in here and start to type things, and then eventually it'll pop up over here, right? But now I can go the other way too. So I can say, well, let's actually spell that right. And you see how quick that was? Like, it was actually faster. And copy and paste with this is not easy. For example, if I were to copy this and try to paste it in here, it just doesn't work because of the way that VS Code deals with key events and stuff, and the way that this is built. I can show you the code behind this. There's a lot of it, but it's not too crazy. It's basically all just running WordPress Playground. But pasting into this document is like next to impossible. So part of the cool thing of this two-way syncing is that now you can just paste a bunch of stuff in here, right? And then you can fix it up as you want to fix it up in the block editor, do what you need to do. So that's something. Anyways, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's available. It does use the I'm calling it WordPress. It's called like WordPress Everywhere because it's kind of like what Playground is all about, right? But you can go get it on the it's in the what's this thing I'm talking about? This thing? You can go get it on the old marketplace. There you go. Boom. Go download it right now. I'll wait. And yeah, and let me know. Oh, and there's a repository as well. So let me know if you run into anything. You got features that you want. You got issues. There's a couple issues, known issues now. Considering the one thing is images don't work. Technically, you can have a file open. What is going on here? Oh, that's interesting. I'll save. Oh, weird. Okay. Well, something's. There we go. Found a little bug there. Technically, you can input an image. Like you can drag and drop an image onto here. Do I have an image on my desktop somewhere? Sure. Let's take this one. I can basically just do like an image block. Ooh, okay. Image block, and weird. Okay, image block. Replace the image, upload it. Ugh. Should be able to just drop it onto the thing. All right, do this. That doesn't even work anymore. So there's some things. There are definitely some things. I don't know, whatever. That just don't seem to work. And it's not connected. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes there. It's possible to do it within sort of the more advanced end of Playground. It's absolutely possible. But you can like replace file systems. You can do all kinds of cool things with it. But I don't think it's possible within the context of VS Code to do that. So I might just have to disable image blocks, which is kind of a bummer. Or filter it so you can do it with URLs. So if you have an image, like for example, in my, in here, where's this thing? In the README thing, don't save. I don't want to save any of that. So if I open up the README for this particular file, there is an image that's linked in here. So if I open up the block editor, should be able to see it eventually. So yeah, so there is an image in here, and we can replace it with a URL. So you can use URLs, but you have to have the URL somewhere to insert in there. So it does work in that sense. But anyways, yeah. Yep. Just gotta drink some coffee. This is gonna become an ASMR stream. I'm liking the music today. I'm enjoying this music. I like the heavy metals. Yeah. I don't really know what I'm gonna. Oh yeah, this is a pull request that has a lot to do with what we were talking about with the create block package. That I'd like to get this. This is mine, and basically what it does is allow you to define a target when you're running the thing. So which is really cool because if you remember, we were trying to run it. When we were running it in here, we needed to do a lot of CDing around and moving around and stuff. And I think having the ability to pass a flag, like the target directory, would be great because then you could run in no plugin mode and just tell it where you want to scaffold the blocks into. So this is on my list for probably next week or maybe the end of this week. Hopefully maybe tomorrow I can work on it. We'll just see. I'm not really sure. All right. now's the time where I want you to share stuff with me. What do you got going on? I want to see things. Titus, didn't you just relaunch a whole site using the block editor? I think you just need to go ahead and drop that right in the chat, and we'll go take a look at it. Well, let's see that link, man. See what you got. Titus is doing some really cool things. He's doing a lot of really cool stuff. There we go. Carlton.ca. Want to see a cool one? 100% block editor. Yeah, I want to see a cool one. So are you asking me if I want to see a cool one? I do want to see a cool one, but if it's a picture of your wiener or whatever apparatus you may have, I am not interested. Destination by design. Let's see. Ooh. First things first. This is nice. Carleton University. It's a huge, big university in...
It's Philip.
There he is. Oh, yeah. LMAO WTF. Yeah, you came in at the right time, Philip. Wait. What? Oh. Cool. Okay, Titus, talk us through it. Talk us through this. What did you... So this is all block editor now. Nice. This is very cool. Carleton is a university in Ottawa, Ontario, and Timber Twig as well. Okay, cool. So the whole site, not just the. Well, first things first. Where's the web team? Where do I find Titus? Web services, you're in there. Let's see. All right. Well, is your big face? Where's the team? Where's your team? Where's the team? About us. Our team. Here we go. This person's so good. They're in there twice. Mike. Sorry, I'm trying not to dox you here. But nice. Boomy Pipalia? Saying that wrong. Meh. Anyways, Troy and Mike are both, I know them both from my days where I used to live in Ottawa and from WordPress Canada. This is great. I love this. This is so good. It's so hard. Like, I don't think I don't know if anyone in chat really understands how hard it is to pivot something like a university site. How many, I can't remember what the number is, Titus, and if you can share, cool. If not, no worries. But how many sites are you dealing with? Like, it's a lot, right? It's a lot of sites, I thought. Oh, okay. So 700 sites. So imagine moving 700 sites from the classic editor to the block editor and training everybody and getting it all figured out. Like, golf clap. That's a golf clap. This is for you. This is for you. I am madly in love with you. Like, that's a lot of work. So good on you. Good on you. Yeah. Well, still, but like just getting people to sign off on how to like move things around and like trying to explain someone who's never who maybe isn't tech tech savvy to like, you don't put it into meta boxes anymore. Now you have this whole thing. Like I can just imagine what that process is like. So nice work. This is awesome. This is so good. So good. Proud of you. I'm proud of you. All right, let's see. Who linked this one? Sundamo. Okay, Sundamo. Design, a destination by design. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I can just imagine what it's replacing. I can only imagine. It's probably older than our children. This is great. Love this stuff. Oh, we're going to do more of this. We have to do more of this. I want to see what everyone's working on. This is so nice. So this is fully block editor, right? Creating places with a purpose. I love the video. The video is so snappy. Oh, yeah. The video is really snappy. I like it. What do we got for services? Let's look here. Tourism planning. Where are you located? Are you in the? Is this in? Let's find out. Let's see if the website tells me where I can find you. Carolina. I see a picture of Carolina. Where is this? Which one are you, Sandamo? Which roast my plugin pattern CSS. Oh, Sunny. Where's Sunny? Sunny's you have the top list. Sunny, come on. Sunny. Sunny, here you go. This is really nice. This is really nice. I really like this. This is a nice site. It's performant. It's like moving quick. I really love it. I really love it. We gotta be able to showcase more of this stuff. This is great. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Can I come work for you or what? This is me right here. Yeah. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm really good at graphic design. Really good at it. Like, whew. So good. No, this is really nice. I love all the little subtle, like, little bits and stuff. Let's see. I think that footer kind of slid up a little bit. There's a little icon in the bottom, maybe, that slid up the first time. It was nice. Just little, like, this is a long page. Yeah, just like stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff, right? No, this is great. This is really well done. And this is this is full block editor. Are you using any big? I'm not. What? Oh yeah. Yes. You smell correctly. Not about this work. About my ability to design. I'm a colorblind developer, so you can just tell what my stuff looks like. Anyways, so are you using any? Are there any big plugins or anything on this, or like? I did. Oh my God, Kev, did you seriously? Oh my God, that's a throwback. I am really good at Photoshop because of that. Oh yeah, what are you using for animation? If you tell me this is the interactivity API, I'm going to flip this table and then end the stream right now, because you can do this with the interactivity API, 100%. And this is really nice, like that kind of stuff. Pretty easy. Oh, don't be sorry. I'm just messing with you. That's awesome. I have used animate. So I have a recipe on the Block Developer Cookbook that does something like that. The simple fade in effect. And is this using the, yeah, so this is using the interactivity API, but this is using the, HTML tag processor to add some stuff to it. So yeah, anyways, I'm all about shameless self-promotion. So this is a completely WordPress-y version of this. Do I even have the files in there? So you can take a look at how I did that. So there's some. Apparently, I didn't add any of the JavaScript there. But anyways, this is lovely. I think this is great. It's nice. It's, like I said, very responsive. You're loading video and stuff on the homepage too, right? Where does your video come? Well, let's take a look. It's a nice video. Where are we pulling in that video from? Let's look. Oh, video block. Okay, so from Vimeo. Nice. This is great. Like, I think this is awesome. What's this? Oh, yeah. Hey! I forgot you wrote this one. Awesome. Sorry, I should have absolutely... yes, do it. This is great. This is so nice. Well done. I forgot that you wrote this, or I would have absolutely linked it earlier, much earlier in the stream. Yeah, this is great. This is really nice. Really nice. Well done. If anyone else has anything to share, let's hear it. Let's hear it. I want to see it. I want to look at it. I love seeing what y'all can do, because this is great stuff. I get to play around with code a lot in my day job, and I get to have fun with things, but I don't get to build stuff like this so much anymore, right? And I just love. I'm a horrible front end developer, and I want to get better and better and better, which is why I'm trying to be friends with Kevin, because he knows what he's doing. I mean, I don't like the guy; he's just really good at it. So I want, I'm trying to keep him close. You know, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. You know. Kevin! Anyways, but this is great. This is great. I love getting to see this stuff. So, golf clap. Golf clap. This is for you. So, thank you for coming here. Give me a follow and showing a really awesome piece of work. Amazing. I would love to roast your plugin pattern. Oh, what's this? A couple other from a group on the other side of campus that we collab with at times. Here we go. So this is, again, block editor? I believe so. Nice. The amount of how much churn do you have on sites? Like, like something like this is that's really impressive. I really like that video. Anyways, like this is a sales site, when it's a beautiful sales site. But I imagine the content doesn't change that much, and it's very much about like the presentation and about like there's a couple of but with something like this or like this, there must be so much churn with your content. It's just constantly being changed all the time, right? This is one. AI created images for job. Scroll down and see the placeholder BG color. Oh, is this the thing that you're working on, Paul, for core? This is really cool. So what Paul's talking about, if I scroll real fast and I load the images, you'll see that the color pops in, and that's because the color is being pulled from the image. So that placeholder color is a color that's actually pulled in from the actual image that will get loaded, which is super neat. Which is super cool. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Will that be in core, Paul, or is it still is it a feature plugin right now? Is it the performance plugin? Can you link that? Would you mind throwing that in the chat somewhere, just so people can take a look? Because it's a really nice way of dealing with large images that are being downloaded and not but still work with your branding, hopefully, right? Which is really cool. Right, it's in the performance plugin, which if you have the link to the performance plugin, that'd be great. You can just drop it in there. Kevin, what do you want me to roast? Your plugin pattern CSS? How many hey, Sindamo, how many, am I saying that right? I'm assuming I'm saying that right. Do you have a lot of custom blocks in here? It looks like most of this stuff is like, there it is, all bits. Nice. So there's the Performance Lab plugin. So moderate, what is it? Speculative loading, is that it? Dominant color images. Oh, there we go. There you go. So it's available as a plugin. That's great. That's awesome. That's in chat there. Maybe I'm just gonna drop it into chat as well, so it goes into my Discord, and it also goes into over to the YouTubes and everything. So yeah. Oh, and if anyone is interested in my Discord, you're more than welcome to come hang out with. It's me and Kev and a bunch of no, I'm kidding. There's a bunch of really cool people in there. Oh, Justin, and I never said hey. I saw you drop in, so thanks for hanging out. But that's an open invite. Everyone's welcome. Come on in, say hi. We talk about coding stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's in there too. So I mean, maybe that might sway your decision. I don't know, but he's in there as well. Yeah. So So come on in. It's a nice, safe, warm, loving environment. Kevin's there. He's baking cookies and sending them to everyone. You know how it is. Yeah. All right. Well, what else? Come on. Keep them coming. What do you got for links? Let me see. I'm going to share these around with some of the team. Justin, what do you think of this? This is fully block theme. So is this. I cannot stress enough how impressed I am that Titus was able to get 700 sites to move into a block theme. And you also have a lot of what's your level of accessibility? Is it AA? Like, what's your compliancy level? Because that's moving currently pros. Wow, come on now, just AA. So if you're not familiar with what that means, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. When Titus and I were chatting at WordCamp Canada this year, and we were looking at some of the really cool stuff that he was building to enforce accessibility and enforce things like making sure buttons had text in them and all that sort of stuff. Titus, you can talk about it better than I, but there's a lot of really cool things that he was working on. In fact, why don't we get you on stream sometime and you can take us through it all. Show us, or if you can take us through it all, you can just show us all the cool stuff that you did. I think we should do that. What do you think? Doing a poll. This is a great name. His goods. Yep. Nope. Gross. Start the poll. There we go. Accessibility checks. Nice. Yeah. So if you're dealing with accessibility stuff, if you're dealing with like people putting nested headers in the wrong place, things like that, check it out. Check it out. Again, sorry for the double linking, but I want to make sure it gets to all the places. Who else is working on it? Oh, Mike. Mike. How is Mike doing? Cool. Anyways, so let's see. Let's view the results. Yep. Who put gross? Whoever voted for gross, I love you. Cool. So block accessibility checks. There's a lot of really, really great stuff in here. Sorry, this is a horrible. Let's see it. I'll refresh. Come on. There's a bunch of people here and only 4 people voting. Come on now. What's happening? What's happening? So people, I'll comb my hair and it'll be less gross. Yes. No. I think this is great. I think we can figure if you can define, if you can show us some of the cool things that you're doing in the block editor, I think that'd be so cool. And that goes for anybody on stream. If you got cool stuff that you want to share, let's figure out a way that we can kind of like show people, because I think it's going to be. I love this idea. I love this idea. Sort of like we can do a monthly showcase where we have a couple people come on, and you can kind of talk us through what you did with the site. What do you think? I think it's a great idea. I love it. I love this idea. I'm over caffeinated, clearly. I think this is a great idea. We're going to do this. So I got to figure out a way. So you know what? If you're interested, hop into my Discord, which I linked, and I'll set up a channel for like showcase or something. But and then we'll just figure something out. I think it's a great idea. 2 streams a week? Hold on, Speed Racer. Did I just do that? Or someone else? Someone else just did that. There you go. Yeah. So come on over to the Discord. We'll figure it out. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be so cool. Now, keep in mind, I'm not looking to out anyone's proprietary code or anything like that. So if it's stuff that if you need to get your employer's approval, please do so. And we can talk about whatever plugins you're using as well, or whatever. It's a open, safe environment to talk about who's using what plugins, and because there are certain plugins that are in a bit of a thing right now. But we'll just talk about the cool custom work that you've done with blocks and how you put stuff together. I think it'd be a great idea. Maybe we can get Justin to come on too, because he's so good at block theming, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm pushing the envelope a little bit too much here. Cool. All right, join the Discord. We'll set it up. I'm not going to do one tomorrow, but we'll figure out something. Maybe. Maybe. All right, fine, Justin. I think this is a great idea. I really want to see what folks are building in the community, and we'll just figure it out on Discord, and we'll get that all figured out. I know Justin's always up for it, and he always has the answers. That's why we're friends. Well, and because he's an awesome dude too. And because we work together. So there's a bunch of reasons, but you pick which one. I don't know. All right, let's see. So it looks like 90% of people want Titus to show us his goods, which is phenomenal. So first episode is going to be Titus. We're going to figure that out. And we're going to use your real names, if that's okay. Justin, show me how to... Dark mode. Oh, get out of here, dark mode. Dark mode in the editor or dark mode in the on the front end? You see, Justin, he's always... I could ask him the most obscure block theming question ever. And he'd be like, oh, yeah, no, I've got an example of how I added retina scanning. Like, he's just... Oh, yeah, here it is. He sends me a link. So there we go. Justin, I want to do a stream on that. Let's do that. Let's do that stream. The dark mode only. That'd be cool. Or using theme JSON. Is that a link? Is that a... No. Not a link. Cool. So users... We'll set it up. Yeah, it's great. Well, I mean, there's lots of things that you can do. All right, so Titus, you're going to show us your goods. There we go. Agathon TV. Agathon TV, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, cool. All right, so we're going to set this up. So if you're interested, and so I'm going to be talking about this all in my Discord. That's probably the easiest place to do it, especially given access to Slack and things like that. Just come hang out in my Discord. We'll figure out. I'll create a showcase channel, and we'll talk it through, and we'll get some stuff figured out, and we'll go from there. That's super exciting. I'm super excited. So yeah, and we'll put some ideas around, like show us what the site, talk about some of the code, maybe talk about some of the problems that you had, stuff like that. Yeah, this is great. This would be so cool, and we'll figure out time zones, and maybe we'll do a second stream. Maybe we can have a couple people all on at the same time. Maybe that's the best way to do it. We'll do like a monthly stream where everyone pops on or something. I don't know. Nice. Well, hold on. This music is just good. It's just good. Whoa. And it ended. Oh, it didn't end. Anyways, okay. Great. All right. So we have a bunch of stuff coming up. This is great. Awesome. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to call it a little bit early. Today's my wedding anniversary, so my wife and I are going out. I need more coffee. I know. My wife and I are going out for lunch, and I'd rather spend time with her than on the computer. But I love you all for hanging out with me today. Thanks. Yeah. 15 short, wonderful years. Cool. All right. Anyways, I'm going to let y'all go, but thanks for hanging out with me today. Thank you for sharing your awesome creations in the block editor, and we are going to get some of you on stream, and we're going to figure it out. We'll do it. So if you're interested, like I said, I keep saying this, but this is where we're going to be discussing it. I will create after this. I'm gonna turn the stream off and go create a showcase channel, and we'll start chatting stuff. He wants to play Black Ops 6. Next. Oh, Kev, what plugin? Well, Kevin, you got to come on the showcase. Kev, you got to come on the showcase. That's how we're going to do this. And then you can take us through your plugin and talk about some of the code and stuff. That's what we're going to do. Didn't we already check that plugin? What is the plugin? Did you put a link? Kevin! try and leave and you make it all difficult. Where's the... I'm scrolling through chat. I don't see it. Pattern CSS. So I got to go to the WordPress plugins, pattern CSS. Oh, I can just put in the... Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We'll do this. He's dying. He's dying. Well, Kev, I hope you feel better, man. Drink lots of fluids if you can. Try to keep it on the inside if you can. That sucks. Food poisoning is no fun. That's what you get for eating, you know, lizards from the side of the road. I don't know what your problem is. 10:30 Eastern is when we start, Paul. Yep, 10:30 Eastern. Yeah, just it is a cool plugin. Kevin showed me some stuff that it does, and it's really cool. So you should take a look at it. Kevin's he's a pretty good developer. You know, he does some things. You know, he can write, nested selectors and things. But okay, all right. That said, I'm gonna go and have lunch with my wife. We're going to a Mexican restaurant here in small town Ontario, Canada, which is a hilarious juxtaposition, but it's actually really good. And I will see you all another time. All right, hang out later. Bye. Bye.